Welcome, wonderful Pisces, to Sweet Tree of Life Tarot. Thank you for joining me tonight. This reading is for May 2022. Welcome, my beautiful water sign. This Tree of Life spread is basically where like the tree is on the top, and then you go down into the trunk of the tree, and then of course also to the root of the tree, and it kind of reflects what's going on in the heavens, also reflects what's going on the earth. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. This first card here is actually considered in the number one position, so that's basically what the issue is. The Sun card, Major Arcana card, is really very beautiful card, very card of enlightenment and so forth. But because of the situation here, it's considered to be upside down, which means it can signify that there might be some overconfidence to the point where maybe somebody might be feeling a little egotistical or entitled without merit, that kind of thing. You could also be dealing with someone that can also indicate somebody might have depression or kind of an ill health. So it looks like you're dealing with someone that's definitely giving out those energies of maybe being overconfident, maybe a little egotistical. Your partner could possibly be considered your partner that's kind of feeling that, giving out those vibes. Let's go ahead and see how we can maybe what's being suggested to fix that situation, or basically either fix the situation or kind of see how to better handle it. Right here we have Judgment. That's in the number two position. This shows us the Major Arcana card. It shows us what's kind of keeping you driving forward. It's usually some kind of atonement. This card is usually also dealing with free from guilt, kind of like a rebirth. It also reminds us that you might have to leave something behind along with any guilt or grievances, kind of make amends and move forward. It's kind of telling you not to hold on to any grudges of whatever had happened with this person here that might have been a little egotistical, kind of entitled, that kind of thing. As far as also as far as making any kind of tough decisions, there might be time to make a tough decision, kind of like a judgment call, so to speak, or a fresh, or just a fresh start. So it's kind of a new beginning, rebirth, fresh new start, kind of leaving anything behind that's going to give you any sense of guilt or any kind of grievance, and just kind of make amends, because you need to let it go, that energy go, and move forward. In the number three position here, we have the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands here, it represents creation, like a creative soul. So it is in the area of creation in the Tree of Life, which is very correlates with creative soul, kind of creativity, creating something. It's one who thinks outside of the box or looks upon like new ventures and ideas with enthusiasm. So even though her energy is kind of a young energy, kind of on a harness, it's still a very powerful energy. And it shows that if she can stay focused, she can develop her creative vision. So it's kind of reminding you, like, want to stay focused, want to stay on your path as far as being creative, thinking outside the box, keep that enthusiasm going, because that's what you've already kind of created now, and kind of want to keep creating. And that's a very powerful energy. Just keep the focus going to get you to where you want to get to. Here in the number four position, we have the energy to build. We have the Six of Cups. Of course, the Six of Cups are usually a card of a nostalgia. She is a little sad to leave things behind. And again, with this card, also, you need to leave things behind and get a new start. So it's all correlated right here. You have the Six of Cups also represents kind of walking from your past, away from your past. Maybe those earlier beginnings where you kind of feel, as a child, you feel more like you're in a more safer environment, or in your past where you feel like, these were easier times, but now you have to kind of go into the unknown and kind of see where your journey is going to lead. That's the only way to do that. And so right here you have the moon. The moon tells you that you're going to have to count on your intuition, because unlike the full moon in Scorpio right now, this moon here is not full, and even if it was, it would never light your path fully. So you do have to count on your intuition, on your faith, and keep really moving forward. And then right here, on the situation that you need to dissolve, we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is an earth card. So if you're dealing with an earth sign that's being kind of that issue with the Sun card position here, kind of letting you know that they're too egotistical, they're too entitled, and so forth. It could be relating to somebody that's an earth sign. So you might want to kind of take a look at it. It could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And if they're kind of giving off that energy. So because it is something you have to dissolve, it's considered like it's an upside down position. It can indicate insecurity about your abilities to succeed. So you kind of want to dissolve that. It can represent bad timing or delay in achieving those goals as well. And it could also just kind of represent the partner that you're with is kind of giving you that delay in those goals because of their manner of being, which is maybe very entitled and egotistical. So you kind of want to look at those type of feelings and feelings of insecurity that you might have because that person was so egotistical that they kind of just shined on their own without kind of including you into part of their journey, really integrated you into part of that's probably why you're searching a new journey, where you're searching a new beginning, because this indication here of you feeling insecure or having just that bad timing and having that delay in reaching those goals could have been influenced by the person that you're dealing here, because you could be an earth sign. And then in this position here, it's like a sixth position of the Tree of Life. The synergy of this card, meaning all the energies that surround it, are kind of making this energy into a better and bigger energy. So this card is definitely, a Six of Wands is a card of acknowledgement, recognition. You just have to be careful where that pride is not too much of a prideful thing, which is kind of correlating with this card here, which is talking about egotistical and so forth. So it could be related again with this person here. There's a lot of pride going on, especially with the line here. There's kind of a prideful feeling. And it looks like the cards here, the spread's recommending either don't be influenced by that person that's kind of being too prideful and egotistical so they don't kind of rub off on you kind of thing, or also not letting them treat you in such a way that you're feeling insecure. So the Six of Wands here, you have basically something like where you're going through a struggle that you're going through right now. You are going to come out victorious, and it's actually like a hero coming out of a challenge. So this is a very strong, beautiful card that whatever situation you're kind of dealing with, that's okay, because you're going to come out victorious in it. And then in the victory position here, you can't have a better card, right? The Emperor. He has the ram's horns, which represents very sure-footedness, very sure of himself. The vision here, kind of like enlightenment and future vision of what's going on. And the Emperor is also a major arcana card. He's very structured, protective, and authoritative. The Emperor is also like the ultimate guardian and patriarch. So he's very strong, sure-footed. You're going to be okay. And especially being in the victory position, it's telling you you're going to come out of this okay. You just need to kind of move past the situation here. So in the next card, it reveals what you want. So what do you want? Well, we have the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups here usually represents like boredom, that kind of thing, lack of focus. But what you do want is kind of turn this upside down. You want a new desire and inner motivation. You don't want to be bored. You want that new sense of enthusiasm in what you're doing. So you have to really kind of search within and reflect a little bit and see where that situation is, where it can motivate you, that inner motivation, that sense of enthusiasm, to where you can feel that sense of security and not suffer from that like imposter syndrome, where you feel that you can't do certain things, even though you can. And so right here in the trunk of the tree, it's the Eight of Wands. It's kind of like how others see you or you see yourself. So you're very decisive, to take action. You're reaching a goal. You're finishing a project. Nothing can stand in your way, basically. It's just like the herd of unicorns here. Nothing can stand in their way. They're going to get through and break, nothing will break their stride. This is how people see you or you see yourself. And of course, all of these three, very high energy, very sure-footedness, basically being sure of where you're standing. succeeding and so forth. So let's go ahead and look at what the root of the tree is, which is the outcome and kind of what's radiating out. We have the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess here, it's basically a major arcana card. It does represent mystery, the unconscious intuition and the divine realms. She also brings a sense of calmness to our lives and helps find deeper meaning through understanding, wisdom, and knowledge. The keeper of all things, magic, basically. So all the symbols here that you see with the butterflies and the half crescent moon's intuition and the butterflies, and there's other areas here. They just represent like a rebirth and eternal life. So it's a very beautiful card, very good foundational card as far as for the roots of the tree, making sure that you do look into deeper meaning, kind of self-reflect to get into that deeper meaning through understanding, wisdom, and knowledge. So as you look here into the different pillars, we have the pillar of severity and the pillar of mercy. And in the middle, we consider it the pillar of harmony. Now, the pillar of harmony, as you go back up, it kind of tells you a little bit of maybe how you can solve the situation when you're dealing with somebody that's being very egotistical, or for some of you, some people kind of feel entitled without any merit. So one of the things you can do is, as you can see, because both pillars are polarity, this balances, the pillar of harmony balances these other situations here as far as the severity column and the one of mercy. And you have to have both to have that balance. So as you go up the pillar of harmony, you go through it and you can see, remember, symbols of rebirth, looking deeper within yourself, being very much reflective of what you need to do, doing what you need to do, having the courage to do it, having the surety in yourself to do it, no longer doubting yourself and feeling insecure because you do have the strength to do it. You have the victory card, the Emperor, Major Arcana card, the Six of Wands, like you got this, you got the strength to do this. You just have to be careful that this egotistical person here or any feelings of egotism don't affect you. You have to move on from the stage of whatever is going on here with this person, kind of leaving some of that past behind, again, without any grudges, without any guilt, without any grudges against what they might have done for you, any grievances. And then, of course, you have the Page of Pentacles that you want to dissolve, which is any feeling of insecurity, which pretty much this kind of handles here, or any feelings of representing of having any bad timing or delay in your goals. So if you have had delay in your goals, this is just telling you that you'll be able to reach them, kind of get out of that kind of stuck movement that you might be in. And those feelings of insecurity, they may be caused by the person that's being kind of egotistical with you. Again, maybe an earth sign with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And then, of course, as you go up through Page of Wands with that energy, that creative thinking out the box, and then that Judgment card, which is not being judgmental, but it's actually being looking deep within, getting those, free from guilt, rebirth, leaving those sense of just that sense of guilt and grievances again, like I said, kind of making amends and moving forward, making amends with with that judgment call you're making, that fresh new start, so that even though you're going into the unknown, you know that you need to go into that unknown in order to go and continue your future. So any doubts that you have in yourself, just remove them. You got this. You have the Six of Wands, the Emperor, Eight of Wands, and of course the High Priestess. Everything's kind of just saying you got this, even though the short-term goal you didn't reach right now. Don't let that make you feel insecure. If it's somebody having those egotistical feelings or that, that kind of entitlement feeling, don't let them affect you, so that way you can possibly turn this card upside up again, and the Sun card, and make it what it is, which is the sense of enlightenment, finding that truth and a deeper meaning and insight, which is also reflected here in High Priestess, that reflection of insight and the deeper meaning and things that you got to look for. So it's everything basically that encourages you to shine brightly and not be stuck on those sense of insecurity, or as we call it, that imposter syndrome, where you think you're not good enough to do something because obviously you've proved it before and you do have the skills to go ahead and move forward. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for joining me today. And if you do want a reading, personal reading, I am doing personal readings, general and love readings. Just reach out to me at sweettreeoflifetarot@gmail.com, and I can definitely schedule a reading for you. Also, if you do like this channel, please like and subscribe so that I know that you want me to keep making these videos for next month. Feel free to like and share as well. Share them with some of them. I need kind of like a different outlook or perspective. I hope this gives you a different perspective into your situation, kind of making it look a little bit more in a positive way. And I'm hoping that you have lots of peace the rest of the month, and I hope to see you next month as well. Thank you for your time in watching the video. I really do appreciate that. And have a peaceful rest of your night. And I'm sending you lots of light and love. Thank you.